Good evening, and welcome to the Pizza Roundtable, part of the I Need Pizza Club network, where every evening in the roughly 9 o'clock hour Eastern Time, we talk about the pizza news and goings on in the world. I'm one of your co-hosts this evening, Jim Mumford, joined by the amazing Anna Crucitt. Yeah, how are you? How are you doing?
Hey, I'm fighting the good fight here for the
Yeah,
love of pizza.
you sure are. We were talking beforehand, and you sure are. Any good love of the pizza stories coming up? Anything you want to share? Anything fun pizza wise? Since we've talked, it's been a couple of weeks.
I don't know. I mean, probably
No could
like
be
every
yes.
day there's always a little bit of something fun, but
Yeah.
I've been mostly working on my gelato flavors for the demo for
Mm.
Pizza Expo.
Are you gonna make the jardinara one I recommend, or is that just too wild?
It's a
Yeah, it's
little
too
little
wild.
out there.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
I figured. You got it. Well,
But
if I do see you next week, I'll bring you some jardinara and we can play with it. How about that?
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
why
do
not?
it.
Mentioned beforehand, I may be road tripping out as way, so might as well stop for lunch, right? But be more IRL friends than what we are
I
now.
know, right?
So it's fun. Good. Try to think for me. I did a pizza party for my youngest, turns 5, so I did 8 taverns at once, which was a feat, but I did it, which never again. I say never again. I will certainly do it again within the calendar year many times. But coordination with 8. I mean, you get it, right? You crank
Oh
them out,
yeah.
but turns out 5-year-olds want to eat now. But I did mac and cheese. It was a hit, absolute hit,
Oh,
banger. Did some
I
other
love
ones,
that.
and yeah. Then I'm gonna be in the New Haven area later this week, so we all know what style I'm gonna be crushing. So it's gonna be a good pizza week.
Yeah. I've really just been trying some competition pizzas for people
Love
that
that.
are in our area testing pizzas. I can't talk about them, but
Nah, you wouldn't.
um it hasn't been mine. I haven't been
You haven't tested.
testing that too much. I can't wait though. I feel like every pizza expo I go to, my plate is just a little too full, but like next year I want a clean slate. I want to go and I want to compete. It's been a minute and
Here,
I just feel like I want to do that.
you letting everyone else take the podium before you come back is what you're doing. It's generous.
Yeah, it's nice
Yeah,
of me.
exactly. Right. It really is. Well, we have 5 wildly different articles this evening, but we're going to start with another kind of award winner, friend of the pod, so to speak, courtesy of PMQ. So lovely Q&A with Chrissy Alias. Christy, and you can probably talk to Women's Pizza Month much more than I can. But just first impressions of Christy and what she's done, what
Great.
maybe she means to you.
I love her. I one of the things that I found out when I first met her in person, because for a long time on her social media, no one knew who she was.
Right.
It was like this mysterious person that would make these awesome looking pizzas. And she said that the reason she kind of started promoting herself and coming to the forefront was that everybody thought she was a guy. Did you know
Really?
that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was just everybody was DMing her and just assuming that she was a guy making
No
these
way.
pizzas,
I
and she
guess
was
Real
like,
Clever Food, her handle, right? There's nothing
"There's
gender
nothing
specific.
either way around
No
it," and so
way.
she just felt like, she needed to be seen and I appreciate that,
Yeah.
because I feel like I feel for the women in the industry that just don't that we don't wanna go out there and be recognized around it. I mean, there's just a level of humility, but it's also like you want other females to feel
Yeah.
comfortable in that box and in that arena. So, yeah.
I
She's
no,
great. Tori's great. I love Tori.
absolutely.
Tori's
Who
amazing.
who she's standing next to. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
listen,
That's some
Pizza Pia, Chrissy did a lot of these specialty pictures for me, right? I mean, I owe her a debt of gratitude. She is quite honestly one of the nicest people you
oh,
could ever
yeah.
meet. And certainly blessed. So I won't get into the huge Q&A, but awesome markup, awesome write up from PMQ. What she's doing with Women's Pizza Month, which is excellent. Which kicked off 2 days ago. Oh my gosh, we're already in March.
I couldn't believe it. Told my mom that this morning. I said, "It's March, it's Women's Pizza Month." I haven't even posted anything yet.
Yeah, I need to get on it. But awesome about background, talks about
Oh,
Women's
that was
Pizza
it?
Month. Oh wait,
Oh my
come on,
gosh.
Anna. Now I know you really aren't pre-reading articles. This is the best part. No, so there's with it with familiar face.
Oh.
Just so great article. Please read it. Certainly talk about the scholarship that she's championing with Pizza University, which is awesome.
Mhm.
So yeah, slowly read it because again, familiar faces and just a great article for a great human.
Yeah, I again, like, it really is so important that it is brought to the forefront, that it's at least, like, talked about, even if it is just 1 month out of the year. It's like, "Oh, yeah, we're part of this industry, we're part of the movement," and when will this stop being a conversation? Like,
Right,
that's what
right,
I'm here for. I wanna know when it's like 50% of the competitors are female. It's like, it's not a thing when all 3 women are standing up there with holding trophies in 17 different pizza divisions, and the majority of them are women, because it's like, we would think nothing if that were all men,
right, right,
right? And so,
right.
like, if
Exactly.
that feels
Great
weird to
point.
you, then it still feels weird in this industry, and we
That's
still have
still
more
not
work.
okay. Right. It shouldn't be. It should be accepted mainstream and not unique. So
I'm here for it.
well put. I am too. Trust me. I'm raising 2 female pizza makers myself that hopefully they can take after, your shoes and be as excellent professionally or personally. Great Women's Pizza Month. Check out the article. A lot of great stuff on Christy and scholarship. Good, strong one to start out with. And I knew you'd like it when
Yeah.
you were in it. So, we're
This is like Thursday morning reading.
yeah, oh no, I gay. I at least I tee up for the week. All right, we're gonna pivot real hard. I can't even segue this one. So courtesy of MASH, the gas station pizza that's unexpectedly, not to me, high quality according to reviews. And we've podcasted long enough. You know my affinity for gas station pizza. Can you guess who this is about? Casey's is making pizza, nailed it for 40 years. So yeah, it's
I was like, I better
Casey's.
not miss this.
Yeah, you better not miss. It could have been Wawa, it could have been no, it's
I know there
Casey's,
were a
and
couple.
there are. Oh, absolutely, the Hunt's brothers. So listen, I love Casey's. There's gonna be Casey's in my future in the next probably 12 hours.
Ooh.
But really interesting article for Mashka. It talks a little bit about the history of Casey's, how it's grown and kind of why they're successful. They're the 5th largest pizza chain in terms of like brick and mortars. That blows my mind. That
Blows my
is
mind.
huge. They've got it's their breakfast pizza. I think is kind of what put them on the map, which is listen, sausage gravy as a base is
Mm.
incredible. And just listen, a lot of these communities, Casey's is the restaurant, right? It's the place, it's where you go. In some of these, farming communities. It started in Iowa. So really interesting article. Again, check it out from Mashed. But my goal, before the year is through, is to get you a slice of Casey's pizza. I don't know how I can do this, but
Mhm.
somehow we will get. Well, you need to try this breakfast pizza.
What's like
It,
the closest one to me?
oh, you're in. I know they're in Ohio.
Like, if I go to Columbus, can I
Oh
find
yeah,
one?
easy,
I'll
easy.
be there in October.
Easy. What for? Anything good?
To Pizza
Okay.
Expo Columbus?
Is it already coming due again?
Yeah. Well, October.
God. Yeah, I guess it was like I was just 6 months ago, but that's how this works. Yeah, well
That's how
then
life
I
is.
will bring you a slice when we meet in the Pizza Expo in
Let's do
Columbus.
it, and,
Let's do it.
let's hope I have a really neutral day, and we can just go get a slice right after.
That would be great, and not the other chaos that has besieged you for.
Whew.
But anyways, happier notes. We're gonna stick in the Midwest, and this one's just for me. Some articles aren't. This one's for me. So, homegrown pizza chain that took over Indiana. I'm originally from Indiana. Went to school in Indiana. Any clue, Anna, before we get to it, what pizza chain this is going to be? We rarely talk about it. So this is actually Pizza King. So Pizza King
Okay.
is a
Wouldn't have guessed that, but I should have.
yeah, yeah, it's I know it's outside of Indiana, but really kind of hit central Indiana and blew up 1956, which is really interesting. as many pizzerias go, the brothers went their separate ways. So there's two different Pizza Kings, and you gotta get the good one if you want the good one. But huge, they load it, right? I mean, that is an
Mm.
absolutely loaded pie. Cheese all the way to the rim, which now that I look at is very similar to like, some of the up in Michigan, they do this style, right, where it's a bar pizza, but it's cheese all the way out to the edge, and they use like a cheddar blend. That's kind of what this vibe is.
Kind of looks like
Where
Eddie's Pizza.
it does. It has the same soul, absolutely.
Yeah.
But really cool. I grew up eating Pizza King at college at Purdue. It is awesome, but they are kind of hard to find. Um, because again, they've branched out. But the crust tomato paste, by the way, yeah, the sauce is tomato paste, not sauce. So it's very sweet, thick, cut into like strips, kind of like a
Italian?
Quad Cities style would be. And it's got the chopped sausage that kind of has it. So there's a lot of similarities there. But the other cool thing with Pizza Kings is even though it's a franchise, each one's unique. Some will cut it like this, some won't. There's liberties with it where it's not just a cookie cutter franchise. I
How many
love pizza.
locations?
Like I don't know what it says, but I there are hundreds. I think.
Okay. That's substantial.
Yo, yeah, it's Pizza King is huge, but very regional. Certainly, the garlic bread is to die for. So, anyways, I thought it was cool to kind of see a Pizza King. Again, I grew up with it. There are any pizzerias kind of by you or regional chains that kind of resonate with you, Anna, just in the Philadelphia, not Philadelphia, but
In
Pennsylvania,
Pittsburgh. I
Pittsburgh,
mean, Fox's
yeah,
Pizza.
boxes, yeah,
Yeah, that's the one that I could say is like the regional chain that jumps out.
yeah,
Outside of that is just mostly, like mom and pop, or they might have 5 or 6 locations in Pittsburgh, but not
yeah.
like,
And
you know.
Fox's is fairly describe Fox's for us. I want to make sure I
Fox's Pizza is just like standard American style. They do like big square cuts. I would say maybe a little bit thicker than a traditional grandma style. But yeah, most
yeah,
people order the square, or the
yeah.
rectangle style.
That kind of you're
It's
bordering on
sweeter.
old forge kind of vibe with
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I would say it's sweeter, it's thicker, kind of I call it the best way, like a cafeteria style pizza, right? Where it's got some heft to it. Again, in the
It's
best
hearty.
style. Right,
Yeah.
hearty, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Where one slice is a meal with a chocolate milk and some orange slices kind of
I haven't had
characteristic.
Foxes in so long. Now I
Yeah,
want
well, sorry. The whole point of this podcast is to make people want
just
pizza.
to make me wanna eat pizza.
So really, I don't feel bad at all. Speaking of people who want to make people eat pizza, nailed this one. We're back to PMQ, another friend of the pod. I love this. I exist in an odd crevice. So Scott Wiener, who has been on this program, certainly friend of the pod. Um, a great article about how he is kind of made his own vibe, right? I didn't even realize this. He is in the Guinness World Records for largest collection of pizza boxes. I didn't know that.
I don't
Interesting
know.
guy. Um, so if you don't know, Scott's Pizza Tours in New York City, which is arguably one of the best pizza tours in the planet. Um, Scott runs that. Slice Out Hunger, he is instrumental in. But you learn just a lot about him. You know him a little bit better than I. I didn't know he started in the music industry. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I should know that.
Yeah, you'd think.
Spent a lot of time with him last summer, in Naples. I maybe I
Yeah,
did. I don't think so.
he toured with a rock band. He
Okay, no, I
promoted
definitely didn't know
he
that. Why does he
promoted
not share that
concerts.
information?
I know, right? I mean, I would lead with that, bud. His name was the Pizza Magic Productions. Is awesome.
Yeah, he's amazing. He just is such like a wealth of knowledge in pizza,
Yes.
and it's so interesting because there are people who are passionate about cooking the pizza and the science behind the dough and the styles like you and just the unique nature of all of the ingredients, and he is into that too, but his whole gig is like the history of it and where did
Mhm.
this come from and why is it here and why is it this way and who does it like this? And I just think like that's just such a special difference of who he is in the pizza industry because we all get the chef element of it. And he certainly is a pizza chef. You see him
Yeah.
making his own pizzas
Oh yeah.
um, and sharing that information. But I just am like, how does he know so much
He
about
knows
all of these places?
knows not only he knows so much, he knows who ran it, he knows the history, he knows how
Oh,
to make it,
yeah.
right? He knows everyone. And like this picture I love because this is him, right? This is
Yeah.
him just being, happy, always nice to meet you. And at the Columbus Expo, right? I ran into him. It was like we were old buddies, right? We had met once. Um, but really, really cool. You know, I did a little throwback to you. His favorite travel destination is Naples, right? And probably, because
Yeah.
you hung out with him. And but really cool. Mentions a lot of really cool people he's traveled with. You didn't make the list of people he traveled to Naples with, but
Can't
I guess
imagine I would.
Choi G and Ja Arena, but pretty good. But
So that trip that he's talking about, with John Arena, Giulio Adriani, Michele, I don't know how to say his last name, and Tony
yeah.
G, they were formulating flour for Caputo. They
Oh.
worked on it together. So they went
Interesting. That
and they were developing this at the Caputo factory, and then they all had the doughs in their own shops, and they were working with it, tweaking it before it went out for production. But that was for the Americana flour that they
oh,
produce.
see, but
No, he was
you say
involved
you
in
don't
that.
know everything. I didn't know he was involved with that. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very
Um,
cool. I wasn't on that trip.
fair. But looks up to John Arena, who I know, holds a dear place to all of our hearts. And so hey, great article, another one. Please read it. And compliment him on his parallel parking, apparently, next time I see him. But cool. I love that, I love PMQ, obviously, but I love that they highlighted two of kind of our favorite people
Right.
in the past week. And it's fun. Kind of just a fun thing. And so please go check that out and give them both some love. All right. Last article. This is a good one. New York Times, Pizza Hut from the past. So we've talked about this many times, but I bring this one up because the pictures are so cool. So Pizza Hut classics are what they're called. But just look at that. You know exactly what they is. The pan pizza, the light, the drink, right? I mean, this is 90s book it to a
So
T,
good. Oh, the red booth.
right? So it talks about it, kind of there's a dream. Please read it. But the Pizza Hut classics are coming back. One not too far from you, in Pennsylvania. I Googled it. It's like an hour and a half.
Mm,
But they're coming back to old retro. And the first kind of thing I'll ask is, yeah, obviously you run a different kind of pizza shop, but do you think there is an emerging market for the sit down pizzeria to kind of make a comeback? This style, right? Not like yours but just the
So, I feel like there's definitely a market for, if they put the buffet together again, like, yes, I see it.
Mhm.
I think, like, a less expensive option of pizza is definitely, be like, sought after now. So people want specialty and they're willing to pay for it, but they want something economical too. But
Sure.
I think, like, a buffet line, I don't know if they're bringing back the Pizza Hut buffet, but, like,
Right here. Here it is.
that's a salad, but, like, didn't they put pizzas on the bar
I the
with
way I read it, and
slices?
I did some googling. I think they were bringing back buffet and limited offerings.
Yeah, cause that is, like, that's a big deal. Like, even for me, I have 3 kids. They don't want a whole pizza. My husband and I don't want the pizza they wanna eat. It's like,
Yeah.
I'd rather them just get a slice, charge them for it, call it a day. But, like, I like that because everybody kinda gets to eat what they want. But, I mean, if this is a real place here with these
Yeah,
with
it
these
is.
lamps, look how cool that is. I
It's
don't know.
awesome.
I don't believe everything I see on the internet.
So I actually looked up some of these locations, and there are actual pictures of people from there. And yes, they are. They're all kind of around, and there's no one listing, right? Yum Brands doesn't list it, but they're kind of making their comebacks in kind of some of these communities. I
Believe it.
understand. I see what you say. Right there's a market certainly for the buffet, for the variety. But if you're still paying, right, still sitting down, you're still getting pizza. Are you really? I think the nostalgia factor. I take the kids once. Will I go every time? Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. But I love that they exist in the universe, I think is kind of where I've
Yeah.
landed, right? That I like that, there's still some of that nostalgia and, as we kind of come back, I would love for, the kind of that family dinner and after the Little League game kind of go out, right? There's
Yes.
something to that.
Oh, yeah. And believe me, it's better they go to Pizza Hut than my restaurant. I don't mean that actually, but it's
I
like
know.
there's a lot of kids. It's all really loud.
That's a good point. And again, different restaurants, different vibes, right? I mean, you're not right. You're not
You
drinking, your stuff out of a red plastic cup, and
No, we're not gonna do that at Mercurius.
no, nor should you.
But I took my kids just, a couple months
Yeah,
ago, and the pizza, it's the same. And I just have to shout out props to Pizza Hut for being able to do that for so long. It is the same pizza that I ate 30 years ago.
pretty impressive.
That's impressive.
It is. It is. It is. And that there's something about that pan pizza, right? That kind of
Butter.
house of right. Oh, no, not butter. It's butter with two R's, and but it's got that like house of pizza kind of just crisp,
Yeah.
kind of it's amazing. Again, place
It's
our hearts and
yeah, and it's just, once in a while, every
once in a
other year.
while. Every other, yeah, exactly. You celebrate every even birthday or something.
Right.
There you go. And you do cool stuff on the internet. People should follow you. Where should they do? Where should they do
Where
that at?
should you follow me? I can be found at
Yeah,
Anna dot Crucitt on Instagram, or the restaurant is at Mercurius PGH.
both files of mine. Good. You had something cool, Mercurios, the other day. I forget what it was, but I messaged you.
Mm.
What was it?
I put something on my story.
Yeah. Well, it was great. I loved
It
it.
said that we're not eating pizza in February.
Oh, February 29th, 30th, 31st. Yeah, it was perfect, right? I mean,
Okay.
that's a t-shirt right there. I'm at Jim Cooks Food Good, wherever you want to find me. Of course, you already follow I Need Pizza Club. Certainly here on YouTube, Instagram, like, rate, subscribe, tell your friends, listen again wherever you get your podcasts. Until next week, Anna, have a blessed and pizza filled adventure, and we will talk to you and everyone soon.
You too. Have a good night.